All right. This is KO the Kangaroo.
Woo! We're continuing this.
Yes, we are going forward with the Kangaroo and the KOing of such.
Yes. So, there's a thing I wanted to talk about. Uh, Another thing I wanted to say about Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, did something come up about Kung Fu Panda? Are we getting a fourth movie?
No, uh, it's something I thought about. Like I never really thought about until today. Um, Kudos to Kung Fu Panda for not forcing a romance between the male and female leads. You know, Poe and Tigress.
That's
There
fair.
easily could have been a romance forced there, and they did not. And I think that is commendable.
Oh, we might be getting to one of my favorite levels.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, you shouldn't be here. Show me your badge.
He's got a mustache.
Does have a mustache.
And what looks to be a mind control helmet on.
What is this, Ape Escape?
Potentially. Ape Escape is a pretty good game series. I'd actually legitimately want to stream that someday.
We should.
Oh,
I
shit.
had it on a demo disc. So I just had a demo of it.
That's fair.
Never
Oh,
actually,
dang it. Okay.
Now you
That
got
did not go well.
unfortunately. These
Thankfully,
things happen.
thankfully it doesn't take an entire life.
And thankfully you can skip through the cutscene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should just use my roll ability. What am I doing?
Yeah. In my defense, I didn't suggest it because I forgot that it existed.
Same.
Yeah, but you're playing, so.
I mean, fair enough. But you
And
forget
you're the
things
one
all
that's
the
played
time.
this before.
I
Do I
haven't played it
forget
in a
things?
week. How dare you?
Do I forget things in games I play a lot? It's not like I have a memory of a goldfish or anything. Ooh, I love that slowdown. I really do like that slow-mo shot.
The combat's a little
Holy
button mashy,
shit.
and that's probably an issue, but, like, legitimately, it's a lot of fun.
I love button mash combat. That's why I like Bayonetta.
Fair enough. But the fact that you're button matching in Bayonetta is...
I mean, the best combo is just smashing the punch button. Well, the hand button. 'Cause, you know, there's hand attacks and there's foot leg
I am
attack.
aware.
Yeah. I don't like the physics on the barrels.
It is a little annoying.
Ooh, big button.
There's nothing in here. Why did I do that?
Maybe there's another on the other side.
Oh, no, it's here.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's the Eternal Well. I'm not doing these. Oh, dang it.
Rip.
It's not because they're not
Then-
fun, it's because it's mostly... Oh, I
Tedious?
see what happened there.
What?
When I was comboing a bunch of the mooks, I must have,
Oh, the hitbox clipped through the wall?
hitbox clipped through the wall, and I ended up, opening up the chest early.
Is that why there was that big coin that spawned when you were fighting them?
Yeah, all those coins? Yeah, that was that.
Okay. What does that purple field do?
It, makes things from the Eternal Realm in the real world.
Oh, the hook.
Yep. No, 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 no.
Are you stuck?
Don't worry, I'll get out.
I believe in you. Oh! I love how you just like... Yeah.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
I have a healthy relationship.
Nice.
Ah, pun. Ta-da!
Nice.
So if I do have one criticism, it's potentially the collectibles, the runes.
Tedious?
No, they're kind of linear, so you can't really miss any of them. So it's like, it's not like the collectibles in like Spyro or Crash or anything, where there's like a little challenge to get them. And part of the issue I have is that, like, KO clearly has a golden path set out, like, which areas they want you to tackle first in any, playthrough.
And there's just nothing in the other areas until... Well,
You can't even access them because you just won't have enough. And part of that is because they kind of just remove your capabilities for that period of time.
Yeah.
They have to artificially adjust like how many you will get. So it's like, why bother it with the collectibles if you've already decided to like artificially control how many I'll get at any given time? Because like half of them are only available in like the hub worlds, and even then they don't all appear at once. It's like,
Oh, they don't appear until certain flags have been triggered.
yeah.
Is it in a way that makes sense? Like, oh, this one won't appear until the NPC puts it there.
Arbitrary.
Oh, it's arbitrary. Oh, that's the worst.
At least from what
hate-
I've noticed, like in the original hub area, in the first one we went to, there's quite a few that you can't access because they don't want you to go into one of the other areas first, but they also don't put all the collectibles in the levels proper. So
Yeah, I think
let me dig it up. Let me dig it up. So okay, there's no glossary. Oh, here it is. Levels. So the Hapaloo Island has 7 of these little runestone things.
Yeah.
You need only 5 to get into the lava caves, if I recall. So they want you to go through the Dark Forest first. This means, in order to get there... No, 6. They want 6 in order to enter the lava caves. So they have 7 here. This means half of them won't spawn in because they want you to do the Dark Forest first, and then want you to do Terror's Lair. And then another... So that's 3 spawn here to get into the Dark Forest. Then you get the 2 in the Dark Forest. Then 1 more appears in Hapaloo Islands, and then you can enter the lava caves.
That's awful.
It is a very sloppy way of doing it, and
If you're gonna put them in the hub world, just at least put them in places you can't access until you get the things from the other levels. Like put one behind the spider web so you can't get to it until you unlock the fire gloves.
they do that, but you unlock the fire gloves in the lava caves. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I'm saying is like, okay, so what power up do you get from the first level?
Nothing. You don't get a power
Nothing?
up. You don't get a power up.
What about the second level?
That's the lava caves.
Wait, in the first level you have the crystals that make things from the other world appear.
Yes.
Yeah, so just have like one of them be locked behind something where you need that to activate that crystal for.
Oh, yeah. I guess that could have worked. But they
Yeah,
didn't do that.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Like in a Banjo-Kazooie, for example. Well, actually, in Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Kazooie is not the best example since there's the way it works is each level has a button that you press, and that causes the thing to spawn in Grunty's lair, or that causes a puzzle which will spawn a Jiggy to appear in Grunty's lair. Or sometimes we'll just spawn a Jiggy.
No.
But either way, I think that probably... Actually, no, that would be a great solution for this. Just have there be a hidden button in each level that makes it spawn in the hub world.
That's the way I want to go. I'm going to head down here.
What is this? The Action Park Loop-de-Loop slide?
Potentially. There we go. There's the A. Aha! I knew it!
Yeah.
And a lot of money.
So, I learned of something that I think should not exist. A specific genre on YouTube that is a combination of two genres.
Alright, tell.
I'm gonna say 3 words? 4 words? I'm gonna say some words, and you're just going to be absolutely disgusted. Okay. Mukbang true crime.
Okay, first off, mukbang is an awful word to begin with, so...
Well, to be in defense of the word mukbang, it is a portmanteau of the, I want to say Korean
words, yes, I get it.
Yeah, so for eating and streaming.
I just broke up their pizza boxes. Oh no, they're mango flyers. Okay, I thought those were the pizza boxes first. Okay.
You know, flyers are a great way to get the word out to people.
True. Hey, money! Money, 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 money. That's my Mr. Krabs impersonation. Don't wear it out.
I like money. Hey.
What inspired you to make another KO the Kangaroo game?
Money.
No, it's actually passion. I am very proud of the guys who made this game. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So I want to make that very clear.
Yeah. The Yeah, at least it didn't get crushed.
Woo.
But yeah, I learned that there's people are doing mukbang true crimes, and it is incredibly, first of all, disrespectful to the people that they're talking about, you know, the victims and stuff, and also
potentially a little gross.
Yeah, definitely a lot gross. I don't know, mukbangs are, in my opinion, it's just, I think it's really disgusting.
It's just like, what, eating loudly?
No, eating a lot of food in one sitting. Yeah, it's eating
that didn't hurt me.
Are you sure?
I was standing on top of those spikes, and I didn't get a hurt sound effect.
But your heart went down.
I did it?
Yeah, you're at 2 now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you were at 3 before.
Who knows? I'm not paying attention. Are you paying attention?
Vaguely. You know what this reminds me of? I don't know why, but this makes me want to play Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers is a good game, yeah.
It is. If we can get Jesser and Biddy on board, we should play it.
Aha! The fool! He drowned himself.
I like Castle Crashers. It was a really fun game. I'm a big fan of competitive co-op.
No, I cannot. Okay.
It seems very arbitrary where you can and can't swim.
Just a bit. At least make it like acid, so I know.
or have like piranhas swimming around.
There we go. Hey, oh!
Ew.
Hey, oh! Hey, oh!
This looks
Can you
like
swim
the
in that?
manager's office. Maybe that's someone who can help me.
No, it's glass
What
covered.
the? There's no covering. Ah, I see.
No! No!
Give me a final heart.
Ah, he got me. Dang it.
I did.
That's on me.
Yeah. So there really should be a word for this the kind of aesthetic that games like this, Super Lucky's Tale, the Spyro and Crash reboots, like, because it's a very specific art direction, and I feel like
it's
there's
literally the
probably
art
more.
direction of Nicholas Cole.
Did he work on?
To be fair, KO the Kangaroo is not a game by Nicholas Cole, but
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't really describe in great detail the exact kind of thing I mean.
sort of a soft
But
pastel shaded color game.
yeah, soft pastels.
I wouldn't say
Somewhat.
no pastels, not pastel.
Oh right, yeah, no, pastels are faded. These are very saturated.
Yeah.
Eh, the shapes are pastel, if that makes sense.
Good for nothing, monkey, not a pet. How dare? The Eternal Gloves talks to. Oh, forget the Eternal Gloves. Oh.
Hey, free rune.
He hands me a rune as a thank you.
Nice.
Let's do this. Pow.
Skadoosh.
I win. There's no escape from here. You.
You know, I feel like if this was a cartoon, like a show, that guy should be voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Potentially, or Patrick Warburton.
I think Patrick Warburton should be the crab. Actually, Patrick Warburton should be the gloves.
Hey, KO. You should give into eternal damnation. Oh, that's my terrible
Hey,
Patrick Warburton.
KO.
That was terrible. I
No.
apologize.
Yeah.
It wasn't any-
KO, you should give in to eternal damnation.
I need to listen to more Patrick Warburton stuff. Then I can probably do a.
We need to
estimate.
binge. We need to binge. The Emperor's New School.
I've seen a few episodes. It's not bad.
It was one of the better. Actually, no. There's a lot of the TV shows that were based off movies were pretty good, like the Aladdin show and the Hercules show.
Those had a crossover.
I know. Oh, you, you remember the person that was trying to accuse Disney of having whitewashed Aladdin and using like a screenshot of the first movie and be like, when he was broke living on the streets, and then when he was living in the palace, and the living in the palace when he was very white, and someone pointed out that's not actually from any of the actual Disney stuff. That's from that's from a Newgrounds video where he and Hercules are, doing the do.
All right, we have a choice. We can either go with Sailor KO or Beach Party KO.
Beach Party.
Now with
Hell
my
yeah.
floaties and snorkel, I will float on the water. Clearly not, but whatever.
Now you see, you filled your flamingo with sand.
Oh, you caught me.
Yeah,
See, that was not there earlier.
yeah, that's kind of bullshit. They should definitely just like, yeah, do what Banjo-Kazooie did. Put a button in the level that makes it spawn in a thematically appropriate way. God.
It is a bit annoying. Like, get why the developers did it that way. Like, no hate on them. Game is still great, but it is noticeable if you're looking for it. Like, because it is mostly just there to keep you from entering certain levels early.
Yeah.
In that case, just make it so I can't enter the levels early.
Yeah.
Like, why have these big hub worlds if you're gonna, like, artificially,
Or let you enter the worlds early. Just fucking let you into the worlds early. There's like I've been playing a lot of Banjo-Kazooie, which is why I keep referring to it. I've been
yes,
playing Banjo-Kazooie.
you've been playing it almost religiously for the past how many days?
Well, if I count nuts and bolts, then pretty much daily.
Oh,
uh,
glider.
yeah,
Look at that man. He's got glide attacks.
he's using fly hacks. But yeah, in Banjo-Kazooie, if you have enough jiggies, you can just enter a level without any issue.
Cuddly piranhas.
Like that's why I usually save. That's how I usually save Rusty Bucket Bay for last, because you know by the time I get to Mad Monster Mansion, I usually have enough. Like I'm usually able.
Got
No,
well more than enough.
actually, no. You need Mad Monster Mansion to be able. You need to go through Mad Monster Mansion in order to be able to unlock TikTok Clock. But still, basically they let you. There's a decent variety of levels you can enter out of order. Like at one point you can choose Bubbleglup Swamp, Gobi's Valley, and Freeze Easy Peak in any order you want.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Like there's a decent level of player agency, and I think that's a good thing.
That long ass fucking funky
Neck.
neck is great, by the way.
More like monkey net, because of that monkey right there.
Okay.
Fuck you, I'm funny. God. So I spent a lot of today listening to a lot of the day at work listening to videos about like Minecraft YouTuber drama, and like I'm wondering how the hell do people keep ending up in these situations? Like if my YouTube was big, or when our YouTube gets big, I'm just simply not going to talk to anyone in private.
I'm not going to do that thing where I answer fan mail with pictures of my private parts. I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah. I'm just not going to talk to fans in a private setting. Any interaction with fans that I would have would be in a public setting. It's not that hard.
Okay, so Jonathan Tronathan released his new video recently.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ, this should be good.
It's about these $1 million gaming buildings.
What, like influencer homes?
Not influencer homes. More like a bunch of dudes get like $1 million to set up a what's there's a word
Gamer
for
pad?
it. It's not a gamer pad. It's like a full-on building for like
Office?
Office complex, yeah.
All right.
For gaming. And
it's
it's
like Rooster Teeth.
A bit, yeah, but it's like exclusively like just esport teams, and it's like
Oh.
Rooster Teeth makes TV shows and movies.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
They're an actual like full-on company, not just gamers.
Yeah, and this is just like gamers, and like, well, here's our our room that's an actual Indian temple we had imported from India, right next to our Mountain Dew room.
God,
And it's like,
I
how
don't
do you
like
have
Mountain Dew.
I said Mountain Dew is like the most facetious example I could think of. Most of the time, it's just Red Bull.
That's even worse. What do people do? Like gamer fuel? God,
When I
I'm
worked
never gonna
in
Oh,
when I worked in the liquor business, we didn't have Red Bull because the Red Bull company screwed over one of my former managers apparently, and he was still spiteful about it.
that's fair. I can respect
We
spite.
didn't have any Red Bull anywhere in the store. And people would just come in all the time and be like, hey guys, you got Red Bull? And we're like, no, we don't. And they're like, I was just here for Red Bull. And then I have to like card them anyway because it's like, hey, your buddies are actually trying to buy booze, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. The laws of my state require this.
Yeah, you have.
Everybody has to get carded.
Yeah. There. Did you see that one video of so this guy was trying to buy beer at a convenience store, and the person was like, "All right, well, we need to card the person who came with you," and nobody had come with him. The person that they were referring to was not associated with them at all. They just entered the door at the same time, but they left in two different vehicles, and the person had already bought their stuff and left. Like, and so they basically banned the guy from the store for, being like, because they also, when he was carded, they took his ID as well, and basically handled it very unprofessionally. And
yeah, I would definitely say that not every, as much as I like to say that like retail workers are underpaid, there are definitely some who are just assholes.
Yeah.
Power goes to the head, and when you get the power to card anybody.
Yeah.
I will admit that I did card the guys at the construction site because they were being dicks one day, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have our cards." And I'm like, "Why do you not have your cards?" Why would you enter a liquor store and not have your card just in case?
If they throw a fight, be like, "Hey, look, for all I know, you could be the inspectors, and I'm not gonna put that at risk. All right, you could be."
I make that clear every single time. Like,
oh, perfect.
Look, for all I know, you're an inspector sent by the cops, and I have to be concerned about that. Like a lot of the times, most of the times they aren't.
They're not.
Like,
yeah.
So sometimes it's just like some people are dicks or clearly like, and I don't encourage anybody to do this, but like, there's definitely moments in your life in which like, if you go to a liquor store, have your goddamn card on you.
I don't go anywhere without my card because I don't want to be in my car without my license.
The amount of times like I would have like a bunch of people come in and like I couldn't sell to them because like their one idiot friend didn't bother bringing his card. Way more frequently than you would imagine. And
no,
and
I can
they're
imagine
like,
it being like,
what about us? So all of us have our cards. I'm like, look, that guy looks like he's potentially 25
16.
at best, so I have to card him. You know, he
Oh,
can be from
God.
like 16 to 25. Some people just look old. Like there's people
Yeah,
I've
fair.
carded who look like 16 when they're actually 80. It happens.
Yeah, like Cyrus from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Do you want to know how old Cyrus is?
He's like what, 25?
26.
Eh.
And he looks like he's in his 50s.
No, I'm serious though. That's not an exaggeration. I once
know.
had a lady come up. She was wearing like a mask and hat and like short and you know the classic like, oh, this is clearly like a teenager or a spook. And I card her, and she's like 70 to 80. And my
No,
my manager at the time looks at me and he's like, I thought she was 16.
No, I can believe that. My family on my grandmother's side looks like 20 years younger than they are.
It
Like,
happens. Like,
My grandma was 84. She looked like she was maybe 65 or so. Hell, I looked like I was 12 until I hit 20.
there are people who will look young, and it's definitely, I'd say, like, masks and hats can reduce your age by like a good amount. If
Oh yeah,
certain people will always look old,
yeah.
but like there's cases where it'll be like this person looks like 20, and it's like no, they're like 30, but it's hard to tell because you know they just don't look it.
Yeah. God, on the topic of that, I mentioned it yesterday, but I don't think you were in the chat. I think it was before. Yeah, anywho.
What am I supposed to be grabbing onto?
I think you're supposed to be going. So, yesterday I was watching To Catch a Predator compilations, and one of them had the worst decoy ever. So they looked like they were They looked like they were 30. They were supposed to be playing a 13-year-old. They were talking like they were a 5-year-old. Like it was the creep was like, so who lives there? And he's like, oh, just me, my mommy, and my daddy. And keep in mind, he was supposed to be playing a 13-year-old.
Oh god.
It was so cringe. Like, the decoy was more creepy than the person who got arrested.
I mean, he fell for it, so...
Oh no, he knew immediately that something was up.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he was like, hey, so you're supposed to be 13? Do you have your ID? You're like, oh no, my mommy keeps it in her purse.
Why would a teenager have an ID?
Exactly.
A 13-year-old would not have an ID. That is so stupid.
Literally, and it was like, so, can I get you some water? And the creep was like, no. And then like 5 seconds later, it was like, so, can I get you some water? And the creep was like, sure. It was like, and the fridge was empty except for the single water bottle. It was just like the worst sting ever. Luckily, the creep still got arrested. You know, just for the fact that he showed up and stuff.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Like, but it was just, it's one of the more memeable moments of that show.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. God. I hate the people who try to do that stuff without, like, because, you know, there's the people who, like, there's people who try to do that stuff, like, take it into their own hands and stuff. And the reason why I don't like it when people try to do it is because Chris Hansen was working in cooperation with the police. The random people who do it, like the one that caught EDP, or the one who called out EDP, they're not working with the police. They're just doing it on their own volition, and that means that the police can't really use the evidence. Like, the evidence can be admissible, and so that just makes the whole thing more difficult. Like, if you're gonna do that shit, work with the police if you're gonna expose creeps like that, or else you're gonna make it harder to put them where they need to be.
Yeah, your internet call-out post does not equal a actual arrest. Just saying.
Yeah, like the the people who recorded their confrontation with EDP, apparently someone did some digging and like they haven't put a single person behind bars.
Huh.
Yeah, Chris Hansen worked with the police, and he worked with like professionals. So he was doing it in a very, he was doing it in the best way possible.
I have no idea who Chris Hansen is.
He's the guy who's like, take a seat over there.
No idea.
Really?
Never heard of this person.
He's the guy from To Catch a Predator.
I've never actually seen To Catch a Predator.
Really?
No, not a single episode.
Oh man, are you joking or actually being serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
Yeah, we need to watch some.
I'm not really interested in cop sting shows.
That's fair. Yeah, I would love to meet Chris Hansen. Not in that kind of way, though. Obviously.
I mean, hopefully.
There is Chris Hansen did like after To Catch a Predator ended, but before he started his new show, which was the exact same thing, Hansen versus Predator. He was working with the To Catch a Cheater channel, which basically do the same thing, but with people who are cheating on their things, and it was very awkward considering the reputation that Chris Hansen had. So a lot of the people that Chris Hansen confronted on that thought that they were in way more trouble, like, you know, because he up to that point he had only shown up for very specific situations. So that can be very awkward if it's not one of those situations. But also,
I mean, just imagine just going out to like a burger shack and like Chris Hansen walks up to you and is like, "Hey man, how you doing? Take a seat." And you're like, "Dude, I'm just ordering a burger. What up?"
that
would be terrifying.
There was an episode where they caught this guy, and then he ended up getting out like 8 months later, and like immediately got caught again meeting at a McDonald's, and Chris Hansen was like, "Oh hey, do you remember me?" And he was like, "Hey, I'm just here to eat." But they had the chat logs to prove that that wasn't the case.
Oh no!
Like there have been a few people who have been on the show multiple times.
What is this hat?
It's a top hat.
Alright, I'm wearing it with a flamingo now.
It's very pink.
Yep. Very pink getup. I am down 1 rune. Okay, let me check my levels. Hopaloo Island. Okay, got everything there except for the 1 Hopaloo. Your jungle. 3. Monkey Park. Did I not?
You didn't get a single one?
No, I did. What happened is I took the wrong way out of the level.
How is there a wrong way out of the level?
I pressed exit level instead of using the designated exit warp.
Oh.
Fine. I wanted to save a little time instead of having to go back, climb up the entire tree again, but guess I...
Never do speedrunner strats.
It wasn't a speedrunner strategy. It's like, okay, let's leave this way. I should have thought about this. I still got all the KO mark things, though, so...
Yeah, so now you just gotta get the things.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get those just on the straight and narrow.
Flying monkey?
Yeah.
What's next? Cuddly piranhas?
Flying monkeys, cuddly piranhas. You know, I would have thought like pigs flying would be the immediate joke.
Yeah.
Is that a Wizard of Oz reference?
What? Oh, the flying monkeys?
Yeah. No. I mean,
Probably.
flying monkeys is obvious, but like the cuddly piranhas bit.
I don't know.
Or did one of the characters go, flying monkeys? What's next? Cuddly piranhas? I don't know. I haven't seen the Wizard of Oz in years.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
The Wizard of Oz is good.
Yeah, the movie is good. The production, not so much.
I mean, yeah, it's the 30s.
yeah,
Here's the thing. Like, if you sit down and look at it, like, a lot of stuff, especially in like early Hollywood, really kind of skeevy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think my favorite thing to come out of Wizard of Oz is Wicked. Wicked is such a good musical. I kind of wish that it had. You know what? Okay. You know what musicals, like Hollywood movie adaptations of musicals, really need to start doing from now on? Splitting the acts into different movies. Like, seriously.
Okay, I guess it depends on the play, but I
Okay,
get what you're aiming at here.
Yeah, like Into the Woods, the Into the Woods movie had to cut several songs for time, and also their transition from their time skip between Act 1 and 2 was very, very abrupt, and much more abrupt than it is in the actual play. Because, you know, in the play you have the intermission between it. The same is said for the same thing would probably happen if they did a Wicked movie, because if they did a Wicked movie, like, there's a huge time skip between Act 1 and 2. Act 1 ends with Elphaba becoming the Wicked Witch of the West, and then Act 2 is where it happens concurrently with the Wizard of Oz.
So, you might be onto something, because I can't remember who it was, but there was an interview done with a director who explained that if someone was to do a movie version of Wicked, it would have to be 2 parts, because nothing comes after Defying Gravity.
Exactly. It's Defying Gravity is like the end of Act 1, and it is the perfect climax to what would be the first movie. Either that, or start bringing back intermissions in movies. Like,
Avengers
Jesus
Endgame
Christ.
probably could have used one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know where they put it, though.
Put it after the sacrifice of, Scarlet Witch, I guess. No,
There's
Widow.
no, because the problem with it is that it's a 3-act structure instead of a 2-act structure. Plays or musicals usually are 2-act structures with more often than not some sort of time skip to denote the 2 acts. Like,
you know what's very odd?
what?
The original Batman v Superman has a 5-act structure.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
It is very much something that did not work in the movie's favor.
I think that I think for movies, 3 acts is usually the best way to do it. But with plays, 2 acts is definitely a much better way to go. And for movie adaptations of musicals, definitely split it into 2 movies, because then you don't have to cut as much, and hey, Hollywood, you can make more money by splitting it into 2 movies. All right.
So here's the thing. The 2 movies split only really tends to work when it's something already they know is going to be a success. And musicals are usually hit and miss on if they're going to be hits or misses. So a lot of the Hollywood executives, or a lot of Hollywood, is not going to take that risk.
I'm sure that all these if they were made by people who actually give a damn about the musicals, then they would be successes. Wicked was one of the best, like, Wicked almost rivaled Cats. Cats would have been a huge success if the people who were directing it actually knew what the fuck they were doing. The people who were directing Cats didn't know jack shit about what they were doing, and because they were making problems and then being like, oh, we're so clever because we found a solution to these problems that we ourselves made, such as in the fucking Jenny Any song, where they kept speeding up and slowing down her song unnecessarily when the song itself already had a nice contrast of speed, where like half the time, whenever it's talking about like what is going on during the day while everyone's there, and awake and about, Jenny's like lazing about, but as soon as everyone is asleep, that's when she gets to work, and that's when it speeds up, and it was thematic. But in the movie, they just had it go all willy-nilly. The only song in the Cats movie that was any good, because it not only kept to the actual like theme of what it was supposed to be doing, but also it was sung by an actual dancer who knew how to keep rhythm and refused to play the games the director was playing, is Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat. And it's also the only song that actually added something very interesting to the song that wasn't in the original, which was his tap dancing being comparable to the chugging of a train. If they did more of that, then Cats the Musical would have been a little bit better received. I don't remember where I was going with this.
I think the reason a lot of people didn't want to see Cats is because of the creepy...
Oh, well, yeah, that too. The Uncanny Valley. That was also a huge... They should have gone with... But no, or, well, yes, they should have gone with it, but they wouldn't, because they should have gone with like prosthetics and makeup, but they won't go with that because they refuse to work with people who are unionized because they're assholes. The directors are assholes, not the. I respect unions.
It's probably the studios. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah,
the
studios are assholes. Yeah. Work with the unions, okay? The unions know what they're fucking doing.
What are you doing here?
I mean, not every union.
Well, yeah, but like the makeup and the practical effects.
We got a cutscene going on.
Yeah.
On the contrary, if you want to see him so badly, I'll take you right to him. Come on. So,
Look at that statue.
That's a good statue. I bet that's going to be the boss.
Is trending now. Maybe I should think about selling your merch instead of Jayabaya's now.
No, thanks, but no.
My offer won't be going anywhere. Maybe you should think about it.
Look at Jayabaya's eyes. Oh, in those photos.
Got any new gossip for me? Thank you.
Nothing new yet, but I've got something a lot more interesting. I brought you your most devoted fan. He's dying to meet you.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know what time it is?
Time? Where's my watch?
It's don't disturb me time.
Oh, I love this guy.
But maybe you could make an exception just this once. He's,
Keo, son of Kobe, your old friend. And I would like to speak to you.
Kobe. I don't know anyone by that ridiculous name. But I do know those gloves of yours.
Kind of reminds me of gorillas with the plain eyes.
Potentially. Those are not his normal eyes, by the way.
I figured. I'm absolutely sure the guy with the top hat's controlling everyone.
What? No. Why would he want to do that? He's just selling merch.
Money.
Clearly, you don't understand how marketing works. If you could control everybody, why would you spend it on marketing?
God. I like his design.
Yeah, he's got like a good design. Like all the bosses have like really good character design.
That's good. You want a good boss design. Oh no, he ate the spinach.
He's drinking the Jayabaya bomb.
Yeah. God. I don't know. If I was in charge of making a movie version of a musical, I really don't know which one I would choose.
There we go. Boom. Send it
Nice.
right back to him. Or maybe if they didn't throw it up that high, that would be much easier to like counter, perhaps.
Yeah. What musical would you turn into a movie if you had complete creative control?
Gosh,
Regar-
maybe. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Oh, it might be a good one. I think perhaps Shrek the musical. If I would remove the songs, of course, they're a bit unnecessary.
Nah.
I would, I'd probably make it an animated film. 3D animation's big right now, you know?
You know who's a big name that would be perfect for Shrek? Mike Myers.
The guy from Halloween.
Austin Powers. No, Austin Powers.
Fair enough.
God. I love that joke in Baby Driver. Have you seen Baby Driver?
I have. That is a good movie.
It's it's such a good joke. It's like, what are these? Oh, you said to get Mike Myers mask. Yeah, Michael Myers. This is This is Mike Myers. No, Halloween mask. It is a Halloween mask. No, the killer from Halloween. Oh, you mean Jason? He's so fucking stupid.
To be fair, I'm sure a lot of people have gotten that mistake.
Oh man. You know what movie I think should be rebooted? Like from scratch in a modern setting? Scream.
They've already tried that.
Wait, they tried to reboot Scream?
There was a new one not too long ago.
Yeah, Scream 5 came out 7 months ago.
Yeah. Or do you mean like a full-on reboot or
full-on reboot?
Okay.
Like the premise is the same as the first one. So the beats are the same, but like it's set in a modern era rather than the 90s.
So it'd be
So,
like
like-
modern horror jokes?
Yeah, modern horror jokes. You know, like The Nun.
Of course.
Uh,
I saw him shortly after I got this crystal
Fair
from the
enough.
Eternal Warriors
Yeah.
acolytes. I remember that we argued about it. I'm not proud of that now.
Do you know where you went after?
I'm sure he went to see that crazy old goat. Walt, you should know who I'm talking about.
Yes, the oldest one, widely known, one of the best fighting masters. I know her.
Yeah, sure you do, sure you do.
What about my sister? Have you seen her too?
No, unfortunately not.
Maybe this elderly lady will know more.
The oldest one, Kale. But don't let name mislead you. Speaking of names, the Eternal Warrior? Who is that?
He's a maniac. That's who he is. I don't know what he looks like or what his true intentions are, but I know those intentions are no good. I mean, just look what he did to me.
The Eternal Warrior.
Can repair damage.
See? He's a warrior. He's got power.
I will.
Yeah.
Milky, go and tell everybody that we need to clean up the mess that we made of our school. Immediately.
On it, boss. I'd wish you good luck, Kangaroo, but I feel that we'll meet again.
He's clearly a minion.
Sure.
See?
Yeah.
I'm missing you.
No, he's a
However,
trusted
I wish you
advisor.
Yeah, clearly.
You'll need
He's also a
I'm
capitalist.
sure you'll find Kobe.
Shout out to Zazu for being the only royal advisor to not betray the crown.
Back together.
Come. Time for
I'm
a
trying to
change of
think if there's
scenery.
like any.
Frozen Mountains is the
No,
next
no,
stop.
there's the one from The King and I. Unless you count the King and I movie that was animated.
Oh god, I forgot
That
that
is
existed.
totally different.
That movie was awful. Was that Rankin Boss?
I believe so. That was, yeah, I believe Rankin Bass animated.
Let's see.
That is such a bad movie.
Oh, let's see. The King and I.
You know, gonna be honest, probably a bad idea to to try to turn the advisor into
No,
like the
that-
villain.
That wasn't.
Really? It was, oh no, they made The Hobbit.
No.
Yeah. What did they make?
This was Warner Bros.
Yeah, I knew it was Warner Bros. I thought they had Rankin Bass do the animation. Rankin Bass is an animation studio. They're not a publisher.
Yeah. Let's see. Who made it? Develop. The success of Disney, Warner Bros. Is seeing animated films is new.
We've been through so much together, my plan and I. I just hope he's treated right. No, but I need 1 crab, 2 wheels, duct tape, a battery. Ah, yes, and a frying pan.
Ooh.
Sounds dangerous. Oh no! I fell into the water next to a boat.
Okay, so Rankin Bass was Rankin Bass co-produced it.
Mmm.
Okay, so Rankin Bass was involved, but it was Morgan Creek Entertainment that made it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't entirely wrong to immediately jump to Rankin Bass.
That's
Because
fair.
they did work on it. God, a lot of Rankin Bass movies are not really. Their Christmas movies are the only ones that are like really well known.
That's fair. Just grabbing this one here. This is a good example of like that thing you were talking about earlier, where like get the collectibles.
Yeah.
It's like the only time they really do it organically, and I think that's like a bit of a loss.
Yeah. These things do happen.
Let's see if I get any new costume. I got a tie. Tie, a game in Australia with ties. Sounds
Oh,
familiar.
They did Return to Oz.
I guess.
That was their first thing.
I suppose.
I'm on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the Rankin Bass movie Wikipedia.
I never seen a Return to Oz.
Really?
Nope, not at all.
It was interesting. It
I
wasn't a. Oh,
I like the pot design changes.
And you look up the 1964 version, the TV special. So it had the same kind of it had the same kind of animation as like Rocky and Bullwinkle is a good example of how it looked.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to look up the 1964 version and not the Disney version.
I guess because Disney made their own version. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So let's see, what non-holiday movie did they do? God, they did so many. So, yeah, The Hobbit was definitely one of their biggest ones, and Return of the King.
Fair enough.
God damn, so many. Most of their stuff was like holiday themed.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, they did The Last Unicorn. I completely forgot that was Rankin Bass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, look who we have here.
No.
Well,
Please tell me you're not Minky, but his twin brother or double.
I missed you too. Well, actually, I'm not just a regular Minky here. Here they know me as Mink the Fashionista. I'm an influencer here, a style guru.
oh god,
Sorry for your followers already.
I hate
Hey, but if you
guru.
wanna buy something, I'm
Well,
still
I hate
in
life
town.
guru
Look at the
bullshit.
leather shopping. All this lot wanna do
They're some of the
is
worst kinds of
free.
influencers.
Free. Can you believe it?
I do love that. I do love the humor of making an influencer a villain.
You don't know if he's a villain.
He's definitely a villain.
Well, that's just you projecting your insecurities about capitalism onto this noble individual of finance.
Let's see.
You can't see, but I'm nodding. I'm nodding. I'm doing the judgmental nod.
What the fuck? Oh my god! So I'm looking at the. So Rankin Bass worked on the dialogue for the film, but the animation itself was done by people who worked with Toei Animation and Studio Ghibli stuff.
Cat returns.
No, Last Unicorn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Reminds me of Little Nemo's Adventures
Oh,
in
no,
Slumberland.
my mistake.
That was a miserable
My mistake.
exercise in filmmaking.
My mistake. The animation was done by the guy who used to work at Toei and then got hired to work on Studio Ghibli. I was misreading it.
Gotcha. So, Ice World.
Yeah. I'm kind of digging it, though I wish there were a little more variation in the shades of blue.
Oh, they got some whites in there. We're just in like the first main area, so this is the hub.
You know, the Twilight Forest mod for Minecraft has one of the best ice areas. What they have this thing called the Frost Queen, which lives in giant pillars, basically made out of a block that's essentially solid Aurora Borealis, and it is beautiful with shaders. I don't know how it looks without shaders since I don't play Minecraft without shaders.
I need 39 to enter the boss fight. Okay. Where do I go?
I like the last unicorn.
30. I'm at 29. Maybe this is where I want to go. Yeah, I need 25. Boom.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh my god! Rankin Bass worked on the... Rankin Bass made Thundercats.
Can we move off Rankin Bass?
Well, sorry, I just scrolled down and saw that they made Thundercats. That shocked me. Thundercats was fantastic.
Oh, did you hear that, like, Thundercats Roar only got, like, 1 season?
Was that the reboot that happened in, like, 2014?
That was the reboot that happened in, like, 2019. That, where they bring back, like, the original Lion-O to call people poopy heads.
Oh, that's the one that looks like Teen Titans Go.
Yes, that one.
Oh god, that looks awful.
Yeah, so there was a big stink about it, and it only got, like, 1 season. But, like...
the one I was thinking of was 2011. My mistake.
Yeah, I remember that one. I watched a bit of that recently.
It was good.
Yeah, I think that isn't like one of those issues where like
It was ahead of its time.
I think it was like one of those ones where Cartoon Network was like, oh, the toys didn't sell, and then you find out they didn't make any toys to begin with.
Oh god, that sounds awful. It was
that
definitely
exact same thing happened with Symbiotic Titan.
Oh man. I thought it was one of the cases where the target demographic weren't the ones watching it, but there was still like there were still a lot of people watching it. They just didn't happen to fall into the target demographic. You know, like Young Justice.
Potentially that too.
God,
Cartoon Network is like one of those
disgusting.
places where I really want to know who they have with those little boxes where they review who's watching, because I just feel like they don't know what they're. It definitely feels like whoever is watching that is not actually watching anything except like Teen Titans.
Well, there's an answer. It was the CEO's child who really liked Teen Titans Go. You remember that scandal? The reason why Teen Titans Go was scheduled for 90%, like not exaggerating, 90% of the channel's schedule. It was because the CEO's kid liked Teen Titans Go, so she basically made that be all that Cartoon Network played. That was an actual thing that happened.
Yeah.
It was one of the dumbest things ever.
Allegedly. She didn't come out and say that was the reason why, so you have to say allegedly.
No, she didn't say that was the reason why, but she said that her kid likes Teen Titans Go a lot. Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess if you viewed it in that light, it would look that way.
Yeah, I think it's based on the stuff we know that it's very, very likely based on the stuff that she has said, as well as the Cartoon Network schedule. God, I think that if the 2011 Thundercats came out like now, it would be a hell of a lot better received. Because, you know, now people are like ready for old 80s cartoons getting like reboots and stuff. Because, you know, we had She-Ra and we had Masters of the Universe.
I think it's one of those cases where it just didn't get any advertising either, because I barely remember hearing anything about it when it was out.
I remember being super excited when I first heard about
there are
Thundercats. I used to play the Thundercats Flash game that was on CartoonNetwork.com. You remember that one?
No.
Let me look it up.
Cartoon Network had a bunch of really interesting Flash games. They even had some for like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the 2003 Gennady stuff. It was pretty good.
Yeah, the Tomb of Mum-Ra is
Mm.
what it was called. It was basically Pitfall mixed with Donkey Kong, like
Fair
OG
enough.
Donkey Kong.
Mm. Fair enough. If you could, what 80s show would you reboot right now?
Oh god, right now? Honestly, oh, that is actually a difficult one. I'll have to look up because right now the only ones I can think of are Thundercats and He-Man.
Transformers.
Well, Transformers has had so many reboots,
That's fair.
and so has My Little Pony. And let's see.
The Gummy Bears. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck would be mine.
Yeah, I could definitely see Darkwing Duck getting a reboot, especially with Ducktales.
You've seen you've seen the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie. They even have
Yeah.
a gag about that at the end. At the end of the movie, it card cuts to Darkwing Duck complaining. He's like, "Boo, boo, Chippendale! Everybody wants to see Darkwing Duck."
Yeah.
I think
You know
that's
what?
in the works. It's probably been delayed for like reasons, but like I definitely know that the guys who made DuckTales really wanted to make Darkwing Duck next.
Okay, I have an answer. Snorks.
What the F is a Snorks?
It was like Smurfs but underwater. I would do Snorks, and I would have it have like an actual ongoing story rather than just episodic adventures. God.
I've never heard of Snorks. That sounds...
You've never heard of Snorks?
No.
You would definitely know them if you see them.
I suppose...
They were basically Smurfs, but they were fish. Like, they basically were, they had round bodies with, like, snorkels on their, coming out of the top of their head.
I suppose.
But yeah, I would definitely reboot that, and I would have it have, like, an actual plot line rather than just being an episode-by-episode thing.
There's some things I think benefit from like episode to episode.
Yeah. That's fair. Maybe like a season-wide, like overarching plot, but still running as those episode by episode, like how early Steven Universe was, where it was, you know, episode by episode, but they had the overall general plot.
That's fair. But that seems to be popular right now.
Yeah.
Cheap Gun.
That is so crazy. Yeah.
There's
remember-
a lot of shows I can see like probably benefiting from like modern day consideration.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of just a lot of shows in general should definitely be rebooted for a new generation. Because you know there's always going to be the people who are like, man, you killed my childhood by doing this.
Gargoyles
But,
needs
like,
a reboot.
yes. Fuck it, X-Men 2. X-Men
They are getting a
definitely-
reboot.
They are?
That was already well announced. Like Disney already announced ages ago that they're doing a continuation of the X-Men cartoon from the 90s.
Oh yeah, it was. It's scheduled to come out in 2023.
Yeah,
Nice. Do you think Jubilee is going to be a vampire?
probably not.
Oh.
I mean, here's the thing about like that's like one of those things where that just like that's just like writing by the seat of your pants. Like we have a vampire arc, we gotta have some characters turn into a vampire. Oh,
Yeah.
let's make it Jubilee. Nobody gives two flying crumpets about Jubilee.
God, I wish Jubilee was in the. Okay, so
Jubilee was in the movies, by the way.
I know, but I mean, so in the movies, they basically had Rogue be the they should have had it. They should have had it be Jubilee instead of Rogue because it fucks with like a lot of stuff. Is the way that
I
it was
suppose.
handled.
Dang it! This is not the. This wasn't the side path. Dang it!
Rip.
I was like, oh, that's a door I can melt. That must be the side path. No, it wasn't the side path. It was the main path. Boo.
Maybe you can find. Maybe you can find fire again.
It doesn't matter if it's if I fire or not. I already went down a slide. I can't go back.
Oh, that's rip.
There were two slides. One behind the wall of ice, and one that was not. I'm like, oh, the one behind the wall of ice must be the secret path. No. Ah, well. The lock-on is a little wonky at times.
Yeah.
You doing your stretches?
Yeah. Today is this week is very, very tiring. So we expanded
No, dang it.
Oh, rip.
I knew what happened there.
We expanded our works. We expanded the territory, and also 3 people are using their PTO this week.
Of course.
So it's extremely busy. I'm not even gonna be able to have a. Ooh, I
Sheep
love
guns.
that. I love that. Sheep Gatlins is what the next thing should be. Just like 6 barrels of sheep, just like rotating really fast, rather than these effectively sheep shotguns. Oh, I was gonna say sheep shotguns. You know,
sheep bazooka.
Because it's double-barreled.
You
get it?
I mean, it's like they're dual wielding sheep bazookas.
Yeah.
I know this is probably like a low priority, but like the physics.
Not good.
Yeah, the physics on the pot's a bit like, huh.
They really shouldn't have had physics on the pots.
I mean, it might have been easier than like doing a whole pre-rendered animation every time. So that was probably the thought process.
The animation could just be the things breaking, or just like make it disappear and just have like shards like fall and disappear, like with like fucking Spyro does.
Yeah, fair enough.
They didn't bother with a freezing animation for the water.
You know, I've said this before, but if I was to do like a new Spyro game, I'd probably look at nice fucking model.
What?
Did you see the model on the
No.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, the rope has been cut. Like that hit mobile game. Cut the rope.
Potentially, probably.
I should have bought another drink.
But yeah, it's like seriously.
Get together, game designers.
I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. No, don't. I hope nobody got fired. This is a legitimately good game.
Are we supposed to believe that this is some sort of this magic rope? Boy, I sure hope somebody got fired for that blunder. God, that is honestly, that scene was very important to me because of how easy it is to use in pretty much any context to make fun of nitpicking assholes. I'm pretty sure
Just say Cinema Sins.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we've made the joke in reference to CinemaSins before.
I mean, it wouldn't be inaccurate.
God.
Like, nothing against, like, the people at CinemaSins who put in, like, the effort, but, like...
Not to shit on the editors of CinemaSins. Because the editing is not what the issue is. It's Jeremy. That's his name, right?
How can I have like 12 writers?
Oh God.
There's 12 writers.
Yeah, the writers are the people I complain that this is all directed to. God. The worst part is, like, whenever he tries to have jokes, it's not funny. Like, whenever he tries to do jokes that aren't...
One thing that I will say about, like, CinemaSins is that looking through their more recent catalog, there's a lot more dick jokes.
Oh, God. I don't think that's a good thing to say about it. Dick jokes are some of the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah, I think that's the important bit. Like,
you get it?
But it is noticeable, and I got it.
Okay.
It is noticeable, and I think that's like one of those things where it's like that should be the last resort, not the thing you're doing on the regular.
But no, you see, when you reference that when you reference the existence of a dick, people laugh.
You see, by making it clear that we're talking about Free Willy like that, we can get away with our satire claims more frequently. Yeah. Because if we weren't satire, we wouldn't be making fun of our junk all the time, would we?
You know, they would honestly have an easier time getting away with claiming it's satire if they didn't put actual, like, issues. Like, because a stopped clock is right twice a day. There are a few times in which they do make valid points. But the thing is, if they were satire, they wouldn't be making those valid points mixed in with things they claim are jokes, which are actually just his own opinion that is caused by him not paying attention.
I recently watched a video about why CinemaSins is
stupid.
It is an issue, and that was one of the things brought up, like the fact that they mix in like legitimate criticism with falsified information, or like just falsified criticism. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
That with quote unquote jokes.
yeah, the imagine if it's the Onion, and imagine if the Onion made these articles that weren't obviously parody.
Yeah, imagine if the Onion made satire news in addition to actual news.
One of my favorite gags from the Onion, by the way, is
There's no way. Oh,
Pitbull owners rejoice. Golden Retriever mauls child.
I love that. My favorite Onion article is the one that they never change the details of, other than the location. That is, there's no way to prevent this, says the only country in which this is a problem.
Yeah.
Which they have to post like every week because it's a problem.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, whoever wrote that article the first time probably made bank off of it.
I wonder if he gets paid residuals every time they post it.
I would hope so.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh no, the mysterious headless purple smog monster is causing an avalanche.
It has its own Wikipedia page.
Oof. That one Onion article?
Yeah. There's no way to prevent this, says the only nation where this regularly happens, is the title of satirical articles perennially published by the American news satire organization The Onion, satirizing the frequency of mass shootings in the United States and the lack of action to take in the wake of such incidents. There's, and yeah, they just go on to say, so it was first published in 2014 following the Isla Vista killings, and it has been republished 24 times as of last month, nearly verbatim, with only minor changes to reflect the specifics. Yeah, and the managing editor of The Onion says that by rerunning the same commentary, it strengthens the original commentary tenfold each time in the wake of these terrible things.
That is fair.
Yeah. No matter what, it holds up. Jesus Christ, there have been 4 since Uvalde.
Specifically schools, or?
Let's see. I don't know if there are specifically schools, but there have been 4 mass.
I'm well aware of the multiple mass shootings on July 4th.
Okay, one was a hospital.
Okay, the fact that we had a mass shooting on the 4th of July and nothing was done about that is like...
Yeah.
If it wasn't for, like, the Sandy Hook shooting already being the nail in the coffin, that would be the double nail in the coffin.
Yeah, the 4th of July shooting is like the dirt being poured onto the coffin. The cement being poured onto the coffin.
The cement being poured into the shoes.
Exactly. So the first one was a hospital, the second one was a nightclub, the third one was another nightclub.
You know, I'm sort of starting to get a feeling that maybe there's something wrong with these nightclubs. It couldn't be the fact that people who frequent them are potentially,
Clearly, we need to remove the doors on nightclubs. And then one was just a guy on a roof.
After 9/11, there was a mass spook when a homeless guy got his hands on a sniper rifle and started shooting people from the back of a van.
Jesus Christ.
And it was this big deal. And I'm gonna be honest. The fact that
promoted more action.
The fact that nobody learned the lesson that maybe the fact that if a person is able to get their hands on like a high-powered rifle and can just start murdering people in the street from like the back of a used van and get away with it for enough time that it becomes an issue, maybe something should be done.
There's similar criticisms about what happened in Uvalde. If police are too scared to confront a person because they have a gun that they legally purchased, then maybe that gun should not be able to be legally purchased. And then you have those assholes who are like, "Oh, well, they're just gonna find a way." It's like,
somebody will inevitably find a way. The problem is the fact that it happened.
Imagine if imagine if you use that logic for anything else. Like, why should we make bank robberies illegal? People are just gonna rob banks anyways. You know, why should we make theft illegal? People are just gonna steal stuff anyways. Like, it's such a stupid argument. The reason why you ban this shit is to make it harder to get, so that, you know, there's less of a chance of people being able to do it. And like, I think
occasionally, knife crime in England is a thing. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people get killed in a knife stabbing?
Usually 2 or 3 at most.
Yeah, and the thing about like knife stabbings is it's a lot easier to like stitch somebody up after they get stabbed like twice than it is to like, you know, stitch up somebody who took a full clip to the face.
Yeah, like it's not just about like you're never going to prevent death 100%, but you can at least try to make it so that when these things happen, you know, 20 people won't die in a single incident. God.
When did everything get so political? I mean, it's not like it was always political. When did Abraham Lincoln become political?
Yeah, when did
politics get into the Civil War?
Yeah, when was the Civil War political?
When was
when was George Washington political? You know, he was just he was just enjoying watching a play with his best friend Abraham Lincoln.
When was Assassin's Creed political? When was Barbie political? Why can't we go back to the days when Barbie wasn't political?
God.
Everything's political.
Everything
is political. This has always been true. You just didn't realize it.
Everything has been political. It's just like now it's about things you don't agree about.
Now you're aware it is, and that's why you have an issue. Because you can't go running back to the ideas that, like,
Rage Against the Machine was always political. The lead singer has a degree in political science, has a master's in political science.
Star Wars is always political.
The stormtroopers were Nazis.
It's about the freaking Vietnam War. Who's the Empire? Who's the Empire? The fact that people are going around and not realizing that it's about Vietnam and it is ridiculous.
Yeah,
they could make it more clear.
Even if you're ignoring the fact that it was about Vietnam, the Empire were using a stormtrooper, which was the name of a Nazi legion, basically. I don't remember the proper term, but it was a group of Nazi officers were stormtroopers.
Yeah. The bad guys of World War II.
Yeah. They're the ones that killed Magneto's mother.
When did X-Men become political?
When did X-Men become political?
Why is X-Men suddenly so political?
Yeah.
How? I mean, When did Kevin
God.
Bacon appearing in X-Men become political?
God, the God, I still don't get people who don't realize that X-Men was, an allegory for being gay in America.
Well,
Well,
it was okay. The newer movie
like,
makes it more clear, but
yeah,
the older
no, hold
stuff
on,
is like
it was all like, in the first movie.
the
Or,
movie.
no, second in the second movie, it was like, so he's a mutant. Have you tried, not being one? And like, how you can't make it more clear than that. And then in the show, the cartoons, it was very clear.
Okay, to be fair, when it came out originally in the 70s and whatnot, it was not directed at homosexuality. But later stuff definitely aimed on that. So
Wasn't it originally just about minorities in general?
it was about
Originally,
minorities in general, as far as I'm aware.
yeah.
But like, here's the thing: it's always been like
Well, yeah, it's always been political.
Luke Cage has always been political.
Black Panther has always been political.
I've always, every once in a while, somebody mentions the this really old Black Panther What If, and it's like, what if like, so the What If in general is mostly like he's still African, but he's like not blatantly a black man. He's a white skinned African. And like the gag in that was that everybody's like, "Hey, you're white. We thought you were black." And he's like, "Oh, did you hire me on because of tokenism? Is that it?" Like it was a gag about tokenism, which I thought, which I personally think is funny.
Signing up for this.
I wouldn't be surprised if, because Elon Musk is from Africa, right? His family was.
Fuck. I did the wrong thing. I was supposed to press Y to put it down.
Big rip. I wouldn't be surprised if like Elon Musk made a joke like that, because he's from Africa.
I have a pitch.
Hmm.
They should bring back the Black Panther, but make it Elon Musk.
No,
He's African, right?
have it be bring him on for Marvel What If. For season 2 of Marvel What If. God, that would be a terrible idea.
Absolutely. Oh, did you see what they were firing the sheet cannons at?
Yeah, the monkey.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I want to make it very clear. Fuck Elon Musk. He's a capitalist.
Those apartheid emeralds.
Yeah, he inherited. He's not self-made. He inherited his fortune from the emerald mines that his family has owned since apartheid era. What was it, South Africa?
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't make shit. He buys patents and then passes them off as his own. The only thing
He's just a modern day Edison.
Yes, and that is the only thing I have ever agreed with President Shithole on, is that Elon Musk is a modern day Edison. And I mean that as an insult. God, Elon got so fucking pissed whenever President Shithole said that. He went on like a Twitter rant, like where the main point of his Twitter rant was like, "My company is named Tesla."
I mean, yeah. Congratulations. I can name my company anything I want. It does just because I call it
If I had money, I could also buy my way into being listed as a founder to any company I want.
I have a pitch. I'm gonna start my new company, and it's gonna be called Happy Family Partitioning, but it's gonna really be about selling cannibalism.
I'm down. The launch date could be August 8th.
I call it the Happy Family Company. Why are you upset?
Now,
Why are you accusing me of starting cannibalism cults?
you see, what we have here is the incredibly deadly viper.
The fact that this water can potentially hurt me is noxious. Look, I was just bouncing out of the water and I'm like, what?
God. I do not remember what we were talking about. Oh yeah, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I think I'll pass.
So the guy, one of the writers for Marvel What If had a stink recently about Doctor Strange multiverse madness.
Oh, was this the one
the
where
usage
he, like,
of Captain Carter?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that's not my Captain Carter. My Captain Carter wouldn't die like that.
She would have
won.
She would have killed Wanda. It's like, look, we don't care. Nobody cares.
Yeah. You are actively hurting your own reputation by doing this.
You're actually making yourself look like you have no idea what you're talking about.
You are making yourself look like a petty asshole.
What's an example you can think of, like a writer sort of just coming out as like just really petty over something they didn't need to come out over?
I mean, a writer coming out and saying really stupid shit I can think of.
Okay, what's an example of that?
J.K. Rowling. She said some really
Fair
fucking
enough.
stupid shit.
Fair enough, I'll give you that one.
A writer coming out and actively, like, making their work worse for petty reasons. Actually, yeah, no. J.K. Rowling would also apply to that.
Is the most obvious example.
Yeah, because of the time, like, she tweeted out to, like, she was like, "Oh, for those of you who are asking, no, the stairs won't work that way that you're asking.
The wizards poop and apparate it.
Oh, that was also stupid.
The wizards poop their pants and then they just make
Disappear
it vanish.
Can you make them fall?
I tried that. I got screwed over because I was like, I thought it was
Oh, now they fall.
They fall now because I made a mistake. Like that's solid right now. It was not solid when I There we go. That's a neat trick. A little
Yeah, yeah. On the topic of, like, books and shit, I am excited for the Percy Jackson Olympians. That guy just fell.
Yep.
Lying on a beach with a cold cocoa juice, not being nibbled and chomped by piranhas.
Yeah, I'm excited for the
new Percy Jackson series.
Yeah. Oh god, I still need to see the Atom Project. But, like, Rick Riordan gave his okay, so I trust him and his judgment, because I don't think he's gonna let anything go wrong with it. if he can help it.
That's right. It's gonna be his
Considering-
legacy. So
Yeah, and also he's got to do everything he can to basically rebuild the image of live action Percy Jackson after the disaster that was the movies.
oh my god, the movies.
God.
Sea of Monsters is so
What the
bad
fuck?
for all the wrong reasons.
What the fuck were I have a morbid curiosity. I want to know what their plan was for a third film, because where the fuck would they have gone?
Well, you
After
see,
that.
we're gonna give Percy Jackson amnesia. And we're gonna make it so that the events of the previous movie that we screwed up happen,
That was just a
but differently.
dream.
It's a dream.
God.
Living in the dream.
What I have to know where they would have taken Luke after that, because Luke is not going to fucking trust Kronos after being eaten by him.
Nah, he trusts him again. He's like, Kronos, he was hungry. It's my fault I was so delicious looking. Just make it go full stupid. Might as well.
Oh, they went full stupid long ago.
That is such
Don't get hit by the fish this
Yeah,
time.
that is such a bad movie.
It really is. Ah, that's how. God, I didn't think that it was possible to get worse than
The Aragorn movies.
Oh, did you hear about the Aragon miniseries that's coming out?
The thing now.
Yeah, there's gonna be an Aragon. It's gonna be more accurate to the book.
The book is literally just Star Wars for children.
I kind of want to see. I hope that the Aragon series does well, because I want them to get to the ants.
The what?
The ants. So, if I remember correctly, in his training, he has to like get in tune with the life of nature or some shit, and he does it, and it's ants. He chooses ants and like follows them and sees like how they go about his days, and when he gets back to what's his face, he's like, oh, so what did you learn? Ants.
Wild.
It is the dumbest shit ever. I hope that they are able to get to it. I don't remember which book it was in. The entirety of the Aragon.
My familiar with ants in fiction is Animorphs,
Dreamworks?
and that's terrifying.
Oh yeah, the ants. The ants are the termites, because one was more horrifying than the other.
And I think it was the ants.
Okay. The ants was the one where they got the DNA from a different colony. The termites are the ones where they got the DNA from the same colony.
That's still pretty messed up, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that one was really fucked up, because that gave them existential crisis of like, are we just as bad as they are? Because we fucking killed the ants, or we fucking invaded their hive and killed them. It was giving them existential crisis.
Do you remember when they got the dog robot dude?
Yeah, that was the termite. That was the termite episode. They became the termites so that they could sneak into the base.
Mm.
It was, and they also turned into bats to get past. So I have a problem with that particular part of the heist, is when they turned into bats to navigate. So they were in a room that was the absolute darkness. There was not a single photon in there, because there were sensors that would detect even a single photon and set off alarms. And there was also wires that would set alarms at the slightest touch. And so they use echolocation to navigate through it without light. But the problem is, echolocation would cause the wires to vibrate. So the wires should have gone off. It was wires done in like a sort of like you know how laser grids are.
Yeah.
It was that, but very very finely strung wires.
I mean, you gotta give them some way in.
I know, but like the vibrations from the echolocation should have set the wires off. That's the
There we go. I got
only
that
complaint.
pot. I took that L just for that pot.
Well, you probably shouldn't take any more L's. Look at your health.
Oh, on that note, I get to go the opposite route now. See if there's any collectibles I missed.
Maybe there's hearts.
Maybe.
But yeah, that was the.
Oh, fuck. That's
nice.
cheap. No proper
Yeah.
warning.
That was the episode where, or that was the book where they basically got the code to bypass the dog robot's pacifism protocol, and he just slaughtered everyone in the base in like less than a minute.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, that is way too powerful. We are never using that. Because it was horrifying to watch.
To be fair, yeah, one, it is horrifying to watch. Two, it was like we didn't even get to see it. I think is the important bit.
Yeah, no.
The implication is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they like use the code on their dog robot friend, and that's the end of that chapter. And then the very next chapter, they're all walking in the forest in silence afterwards.
No, it's
No?
Marcus goes unconscious.
Oh, okay.
So Marcus is the point of view character for that episode, and he goes unconscious. And when he wakes up, he's surrounded by bodies, and his friends are crying.
Okay. God. That is one of my favorite ones. That one and the Starfish one, the Rachel Starfish one.
That's the one where she gets split in half by some asshole kid with a shovel, right?
Yep. And her two halves are, one is like anxious,
aggressive.
Yeah, one's like super aggressive and a dick, and the other's like super anxious and like full of anxiety. And the way they solve that is basically they have to turn into each other while getting their heads bashed in by the dog robot.
Oof.
And because it wasn't considered an attack, it was perfectly fine.
I'm reminded of Rachel usually had a lot of the body horror episodes.
Oh yeah, especially how she died.
Yeah. One in particular that is like really gruesome is
The alligator?
Allergies. Yes.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of that was the one where she just lied to her friends. It was like, oh yeah, no, it's fine now. But she didn't lie to Axe because she says, and I'm gonna say this best in my memory, quote unquote, I didn't bother trying to tell Axe because he would ask the one question I know the others wouldn't. What did you do with the spare DNA? Because she knew that it would come out as a full alligator based on how Axe described it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, her house got destroyed because she ended up turning into an elephant in the upper floor because of the allergy. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I like Rachel,
Fine.
but dang, does she go through it? Where do I go?
I think there's. I want to say there's an Animorphs.
Oh no, I know where I need to go. Duh.
Isn't there an Animorph series in the works?
Potentially. Probably it would be better now because they don't have to spend like 90% of the budget on the CGI.
Yeah, that really shitty CGI.
Well, what they did was it wasn't CGI really. What they did was they had actual animals, and they would spend like months just doing the warping effect.
It's getting a movie.
Okay.
I hope the movie does well enough for it to spin off into a like a Netflix series. I trust Netflix with after Series of Unfortunate.
Oh! I
Do
love
you
this
hate this
design.
guy?
I love
Oh,
this
you love it?
design.
Okay.
Look at that. He's like a big fluffy boy, and his attack is a pogo stick. I forgot he was a thing. Oh, I love his design.
Yeah. I want that that coat, that very fluffy coat.
He just falls over.
What is it, like a bird of some sort?
It's a sheep.
Ah.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to finish this phase of the renewal process. You see, I'm kind of in a hurry to meet the oldest one. What? The what? The spiritual mother, I mean. Wait, that rings a bell somewhere. The oldest one, our fighting master. Oh, now I remember. You can find her in the Temple of Spirits if you get through the whole process. She used to meditate there during the time she... Oh, such beautiful times when she ran a fighting school instead of, well, this. Here, take this. Take it. It'll get you through the renewal. Let me see. How long have we been streaming?
Let's look. Oh yeah, you can check on your second monitor.
Yep. 2 hours.
Oh, you want to call it after this level?
You want to do the boss fight?
Can we get to the boss fight?
We're there now, yeah.
Then yeah, let's. Oh, you didn't get the other two letters.
No, I missed the other two. The A and the L, so I'm just K.
Yeah. Then yeah, let's do the boss fight and then call it.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
There's the spring, right?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not the one that's played this game.
Woo, woo. Let me see if I can get a new costume.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope you can get one that has like sheep horns.
No, nothing like that. Dang it. Complete level Temple of Spirits. Battle of Eternity. Complete the Eternal Chamber. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I'm gonna guess the question mark is get every collectible.
It is not.
It's not.
The body skins are given by completing levels, and the hat skins are given by collecting the KOs.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
So you need to get more KOs.
Yep.
Kapow.
Kapow.
Skadoosh. So I found a video, a Kung Fu Panda video. It's a video that's like really good.
Have you seen the therapist reacts to Kung Fu Panda?
No, I need to see that.
That just came out today. Excellent.
Oh my
timing.
god, I am going to watch it as soon as this ends. But yeah, the video is Kung Fu Panda Yin and Yang, and basically it's a I guess a compilation video is the best way to describe it. That demonstrates Poe's character growth throughout the series.
Yeah.
You know, it shows like it's really well edited. It's in the same vein as like Before the Dark Times,
That's
which
fair.
is
Probably one of the best Star Wars videos.
Oh, absolutely. God, I love those kinds of videos. The ones that just like edit together a bunch of shit from all the stuff, you know.
And put it in like a specific order.
Yeah, it puts it in a specific way that like really conveys the character.
All right, cinematics.
Is he gonna be like really tiny or really big? Ooh, I love that design.
As I said, the designs
it's
in
a
this game
girl.
are all beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my god, did they used to date?
They used to date.
Of
They
course.
used to be roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
The world is changing.
And of course,
I always
only
like
you would stay
designs.
there.
She reminds me of the fortune teller in her voice.
After
Potentially.
all,
I like the
you've
big
finished your
horns and
renewal,
the hair that
and
sort
I
of
don't
covers
want
her
to
eyes.
disappoint my clients.
Oh yeah, it definitely gives her like a
Let
sort
us
of like
fight then.
soothsayer kind of
We'll
look.
see
Yep.
if you've trained him well, Walter.
I like.
I don't
the
like that her
fortune-
design clips a lot.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like the fortune teller in Kung Fu Panda. Ah, I see. She's an ice queen, so you gotta uncover the mirrors and bounce her magic back at her.
Yep.
Just like in the story, the Ice Queen. God, I kind of wish that Disney actually went with the story of the Ice Queen rather than what we ended up getting for Frozen.
That's fair. Like, as much as I do like Frozen, the fact that Elsa's song was sort of the catalyst for them to change their mind is...
Yeah, like
Let It Go was too good, I agree. But, like, at the same time, you couldn't have, you know, at least tried.
yeah, you couldn't have at least because the Ice Queen is a very, very good story. Like it's such a good one. It's got like mirror motifs. It's about like you know, fucking depression and shit. Like she wants her whole goal is to make everyone as miserable as she is, and then
I think she's more of a side character in her own story, to be fair. Like,
You
in
know,
the
that-
Hans Christopher Andersen story, I'm not too familiar, but, like, the tellings that I've read make it kind of clear that she's, like, just sort of somebody who the main characters run into rather than the main antagonist.
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I like the I like the story of the Ice Queen, but I'm also a huge slut for mirrors, mirror motifs.
That's fair. Come on, let's do this.
Oh no!
Dang it, I'm low on health.
Yeah, but so is she.
Here we go. Boom. Dang it. There we go. That's the real one.
Yeah,
Did it!
you, you killed Tilda Swinton.
Working with this eternal warrior.
I was
I'm guessing the
convinced I was
Eternal
doing
Warrior
the
is the
right thing.
father.
I thought my school would benefit.
I mean,
Those crystals are
his
really
gloves.
powerful, Walter.
Yeah, tell us about
Yeah,
it.
I think that the final villain is going to be the father.
Tell me about this apprentice of yours.
I can do it myself, thanks. I'm KO, and I'm looking for my father and sister. They've both gone missing, and I'm sure
That's
this
funny.
eternal champion person
Yeah.
has something to do with it.
Not too long ago, I met another kangaroo. She was also.
Oh,
keen
it's
to
the
learn
sister,
about
not the father.
crystals.
Oh, the sister's the villain?
Kaya!
Is that...
Yeah.
She spent some time here.
Oh.
As bright as she was.
She's
stubborn,
possessed
she
by
remains
a
spiritual.
version of herself from a different universe.
I told her where the crystals come from.
That's just
That's
gonna
why
be a
she's
running
gay.
gag from now on, huh?
The Isle
That's why.
of Eternity.
That's why she's gay.
Sounds like the
That's
place where
that's still my
the
favorite
eternal
gag from that
warrior-
That
movie.
is such. Yeah, that is.
I haven't been there
It's
myself.
it's so funny because it's like
It takes all the momentum out of the scene in the best way possible.
yes, especially since it's like
Good luck, Walter.
it's got music going on. It's got like a roadway walk. It's got like fancy costumes. It's like so overly dramatic. And she just finished like butchering her way through like a dozen cop characters.
Yeah,
And,
a bunch of nameless guards.
and then it all comes to a screeching halt in the most hilarious way possible.
That is a fantastic movie.
I want to
I-
watch that one again. Dang it.
Yeah, I find myself watching the last like 40 minutes multiple times because it is such a good I find myself watching from the "Be Kind" speech onward, which is like the last 40 minutes, and it is so good. Like,
Yeah, I can get that.
yeah.
All right, I think this is where we're gonna end because next episode we go to the Den of the Eternal Warrior.
Ah, nice. Well, then, check out some of the other stuff on the channel then, such as Scraps' Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. I got my Nuts and Bolts Let's Play. Biddy, our friend Biddy, has a Wind Waker Let's Play. And there's 2 D&D campaigns. One is called Curse of Strahd, which is a wonderful module being run by our friend Chalky. And the other is a homebrew that I've created and run called World at Pier.
Yeah.
Comment, what 80s cartoon do you think needs a reboot?
This is a movie series, but I think Star Wars needs a reboot.
You know, that's valid. That's absolutely valid. You know what? Fuck it. Give us a Clone Wars style show based on the on Knights of the Old Republic.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. We need a reboot of RoboCop, but a good one. We let's drag up Paul Verhoeven's corpse and make him do it again.
Well, yeah, that's just being authentic. You know, using sticking metal to a
using
corpse.
the dead, yeah.
Yeah. All right, with that out of the way,
he'd have a new perspective on it. He could hit it with like even more. Is he dead or not?
I don't fucking know. I assumed he was because you said that he was, but now if you don't know, I don't.
I think he died, but like he could still be alive. I know he's not doing movies in American movies. He moved back to his homeland. Anyway, with all that out of the way,
you said Peter Weller.
No, Peter Weller's the actor who played RoboCop. He's still around.
Yeah. Who is it that you were?
Verhoeven.
How do you spell that?
Verhovn. He also directed Showgirls, if that helps.
Okay, there. Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven. He's alive.
Okay. I apologize. Let's just signal him anyway, just to be safe.
Yeah. Basically, life support. So, with that out of the way, there's all I've said, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.